Hello, good morning. I love this in the chat. Who is up and ready for miracles? Good morning. Still putting my stuff on. Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, and I'm ready for miracles. Let's see if I get it face up this time. Here we are. Good morning. Elise, Brenda, Karen, Bettina, Elaine, and Heather. Who else do I see? Lori, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Bonjour. Kind of have to start the recording, pause, and then start talking. Are we good? Good morning. How is the stream? Oh my goodness. Who was here yesterday? Let me know if you were here yesterday. Kaya, good morning. Let me know if you were here yesterday. I had no idea. When I got off, because Dave loves everything really, really high quality. That's his jam. He loves it. So when he came up yesterday and he's like, "You're grainy," I really thought like, okay, it's not perfect HD. I got off and I saw what you were all looking at. It's like, oh, okay. So apologize for the crazy video yesterday. And that looked like we were back in the 80s and someone needed to hold the antenna. But I also trust, as we do here, that it's all unfolding perfectly. And, over 365 days together, maybe, some technical stuff might show up, and that's all right. So perfect, however, with the lesson for yesterday, right? When we're talking about, we're talking about what we see, and that we're not upset for the reason we think we are, that what we see isn't even really there, right? So these things that, it's an interesting opportunity that we have as we're continuing to devote ourselves to evolution. I remember when the boys were little and I would be doing yoga. Tell me if you've had this experience. And I'd be on my yoga mat and I'm like, okay. And then they would come over and like, "Mom," or "Mama." And I remember my reaction of like, I'm trying to be at peace here. It is easy to be easy. Interesting word, even choice. When everything is perfect around us, when we're not getting triggered, and that's a beautiful state. I don't believe we have to be triggered. And yet, when and if we are, it's not like, oh gosh, everything was going so well. I was showing up every day for A Course in Miracles, and then this happened, and now I'm pulled out of my center. It's like, yeah, well, that happened as an opportunity for you to remember to reside in your center, right? To utilize all of it. Spirit uses everything. So when we have something like a video or a this or a that or whatever we have come up for us as we're moving through this together, just that beautiful reminder of, how can I utilize this? How can I lean in even more? How does this perhaps apply to the lesson today? Where might I be intentionally, unintentionally in a state of resistance around what's showing up for me in my life, right? So that's the way I encourage us all to move through this together. I'm going to actually grab my glasses. They're just right over here. All right, so we're streaming good. Yes, we're good. And who was here yesterday? Let me know if you're brand new. This is the first time you're joining us inside of CHIC365. Please let me know. If you've been here since day one, let me know. If you're somewhere in between and you're popping in and out, let me know. As a reminder, you might be on day 2. You might be on day 1. It's perfect. Wherever you are is perfect. You might be like, babe, I didn't even do lesson 1. I'm still leaning into it, but I'm here. I'm in the momentum. I'm preparing myself for that dive. Like whatever it might be, wherever you are is perfect. Let me grab my glasses really quickly. I want to love on this beautiful hydrangea that is alive still. I'm so proud of myself. So proud of myself. She was white when I started. Look how gorgeous she is in this dark green. All right, are we ready? Yesterday since day 1. Love the dress. Thank you. I think If I remember correctly, I think I got this dress at Target not 20 years ago, a while ago. You like simple little Target dress. I got it a while ago. All right, ladies, let's have just a moment together in the chat. Where is everybody? How is everybody? Yes, absolutely. My husband, Dave Marino, who is here, and the most extraordinary man. If you've ever met my husband, Dave Marino, let me know in the chat. Give a little shout out for Dave, who has been supporting Elegant Femme, Elegant Femme, the vision for 18, 19 years now. Yes. So that Dave Marino that you see in the chat, he's extraordinary. So yes, if you are watching the replay, please put #replay in the comments. Let us know. I am reviewing every comment. I'm going in, I'm loving on you after the live stream, leaning in, seeing where you are, what's coming up for you. And so it's a really special opportunity for us to witness each other, for us to celebrate, for us to feel into the energy of what's coming up inside of this space. Lori has met Dave. Lori. All right. Are we ready? Anything anyone wants to bring up regarding how you're feeling since yesterday, or just even how you're feeling with the process? I know day one was, for many of you, was a leap of like, and that might happen kind of at separate times as we move through this together. I did suggest yesterday, I have found this very useful for me. I suggested you set your alarm for 3 times during the day so that you have a minute in the morning, a minute sometimes in some part in the afternoon, and a minute at night. If you can allow yourself to do that, in my experience, the return, the dividends on that investment of time are extraordinary. We're going to talk a little bit more about time today. The course shares that the real purpose of time is for us to learn how to use it. We all are kind of taught that time is, we approach time from a space of sacrifice, from a space of void, from a space of not enough, from a space of guilt, from a space like this whole story of the ego that's really based in sacrifice, guilt, betrayal, not enoughness. We have this relationship through the ego lens with everything. And with time, this is a really beautiful thing that the course introduces very early on for us to start to see through the lens of time much differently. And the course really ultimately says time doesn't even exist. We're always in the now. We're always in the present. And yet, because the course meets us where we are, it utilizes, and our belief system with what it currently is, utilizes the concept of time, teaching us, sharing with us, inviting us to consider how we utilize time. Now, how many of us have gone through multiple times the stage with which we say, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to do the thing I really want to do. I don't have time to exercise. I don't have time to spend time with my kids. I don't have time for the dream. I don't have time, right? This lens of, oh, I wish I could, and I would if I had more time. And we utilize time as this excuse. We utilize time as this distancing. Inside of Elegant Femme, all of the time, from the very beginning, we talk about prioritizing our time and our money in accordance with our values. That if you are ever feeling short on time and money, it is because you are not in alignment with your values. See if you can feel that inside. Does that drop in and you're like, oh, okay. Like there's a truth inside of that. There's a resonance inside for me, which leads us into allowing ourselves, gifting ourselves the opportunity to get clear on what our values are. We can say all day long that our values are quality time or time with our family or taking care of our health, and we can say it all day long. But if we're not prioritizing those values, they're really not our true values. We're valuing something else in its place. Making money, trying to keep up, comparing, guilt, sacrifice, or all sorts of things we value unconsciously, or that we allow ourselves to value unconsciously. And time, like really consider what you're longing to spend time on. And is there truly, and again, for you to answer this, just like we started in the beginning, like, are you ready for miracles? And if you're like, yeah, I think I might be ready for miracles. I think like that beautiful, like, what if I'm ready for miracles? It's a beautiful place to be, just that little sliver of opening. So is there anything more valuable for you to do, honor, allow with your time than remembering who you are? The beginning of this year, I poured myself into this devotion in a way I never have before. And the initial resistance of looking through the lens of time, like we've been taught, of like, well, I don't know that I have the time. And the complete flipping of like, there is nothing else I really want to do with my time. Now, that doesn't mean like you know, meditating 14 hours a day. It means that conscious awareness inside of you of where you're focusing your perception. Are you residing on that frequency consistently? Okay, how's this feeling inside? Let me know what's coming up as I share this, because this is really important intro to today, which we're on day 7, lesson 7, right? Lesson 7 today. So how is this? Huge. Looking forward to meeting you both. Yes, that'll happen. It'll happen. Hot mess today, but allowing the undoing. Yes, the course actually, I'm not sure what point I might bring this forward, but there's some special teaching. There's a teaching portion of the course. And please, like, if you are in a space where you are just feeling so hungry for this and you want to not do more than one lesson a day, right? Because the course is very clear about honoring one lesson a day. But if you want to pour yourself into the text or pour yourself into the teacher's manual, like, honor what feels good. If you're like, you might get to that point where you're just like, oh my gosh, I want more. I want to feel this. I want to saturate myself in this. And if you do, like, go there, go all the way. Be aware, however, if there's another part of the ego that sneaks up of like, oh gosh, I'm forcing myself to do this. This is, you know, be in awareness, that the gentleness, the ease, this gorgeous dance of leaning into the conversation and at the same time leaning back to receive it. We're going to talk about gifting and receiving today as well. Okay, time has been my biggest excuse, right? Like, yes, we get like the honesty of here, of all of us can relate to this. So happy to be able to join you live. I'm so glad you're here, and never late, never late, never late. You're perfect. This feels great. I'm going to watch the replay to listen to the last part again. That's a beautiful thing, right? That you can always go back. And if it serves you, we have this morning momentum together, which I love so, so, so much. Then in the evening, have your bookends. If it supports you to listen to a portion of the live again to get that energy, obviously it's there for you, but no obligation to do anything ever. Last week was extremely challenging, but having this as a foundation helped me move through it with so much more ease and grace. Oh, I love hearing that. That means so much. I actually want to take a moment as we move into just a brief intention together for us all to feel into the timelessness of this space. That we are here together, right here, right now. Allowing in the love, the truth, the awareness, the recognition of who we really are. Letting go of any kind of external circumstances that we may, inside of our smallness, attach ourselves to, utilize as any kind of excuse that we can't, that we're not good enough, that it's not safe, that we have to do more, that whatever the conversation is. And right here, right now, with so much compassion, so much love, so much celebration, so much gratitude, say yes to the truth of who we are. Father, Mother, God, in this space of love, of light, of opportunity, of joy, of the unfolding of all that is true, we once again say yes. This or something even better for the highest good of all concerned. Amen. This is something that helps me so much. The surrender, the yes. Like, what are you a yes for? Consider this today as we talk about time, as we talk about the value of time, as we talk about you, all of us prioritizing our values in alignment with our deepest truth. That yes, the breath inside of the yes, like above and beyond the fear, above and beyond the contraction, above and beyond the confusion, above and beyond the external presentation of pain, of loss, of depth. And I know some of you very, very well. And whether I know you very, very well, or we haven't met physically, or this is our first time meeting, I know you. I know you, you know me, inside of this truth of connection, that we are one, that we are love, that we have every single one of us experienced such intensity inside of the physical world that sometimes when we move through this kind of evolution and remembering that pain, whatever pain you've experienced, loss of a loved one, the loss of a dream, that ache inside, that it can come to the surface and really tempt us to be like, this isn't worth it. I don't want to do this. And yet, in my experience, it's that exact thing that we get to pour into the remembering that provides us with the ultimate relief, the ultimate breath, the ultimate trust, the ultimate truth. So with that, could you please explain where your surrender prayer is? I will have to remember. I think it's day 4. Might be 3. I'm making that up. I don't know. I think it's 3 or 4, but we'll look for you and we will let you know. And Dave, if you have an opportunity to look, I put the description of the surrender prayer inside of the bottom of it. Okay. Oops. That is what I am going through. Okay, here we are, lesson 7. Are we ready? Again, feel, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for miracles? Can you let yourself like clear off anything that doesn't feel like it's in service? Take a deep breath. Okay, we're going to move through this lesson. I already explained a lot of it. So here we go. I only see the past. Lesson 7. I only see the past. This idea is particularly difficult to believe at first, yet it is the rationale for all of the preceding ones. It is the reason why nothing you see means anything. It is the reason why you have given everything you see all the meaning it has for you. It is the reason why you do not understand anything you see. It is the reason why your thoughts do not mean anything and why they are like the things you see. It is the reason why you are never upset for the reason you think. And it is the reason why you are upset because you see something that is not there. I only see the past. Lesson 7. Old ideas about time are very difficult to change because everything you believe is rooted in time. So again, the Course meeting us where we are, as I spoke about in the very beginning, utilizing the concept of time to support us in the undoing, in the unraveling. Okay, so again, old ideas about time are very difficult to change because everything you believe is rooted in time and depends on your not learning these new ideas about it. So again, just surrender, if you can, the openness, the space of the language, because sometimes it's like, huh? Like, what? My mind is like, I could read that 45 times. And so just slow down. What it's saying, again, is what I said to you in the beginning. The Course is utilizing all the beliefs that we have attached ourselves to and moving through that opening to allow us to surrender and unravel that deep-rooted illusion. Okay, that sort of thing. Yet that is precisely why you need new ideas about time. Can you just pause and feel that for a minute? Can you feel like a yes inside of that? Like, okay, I can feel a little relief there. I can move forward a little bit. I can lean in. I would like some new ideas about time. Yes? Can you just consider that? I'd like some new ideas about time. That feels good. Can I get a wee in the chat if you're like, yes, I'd like some new ideas about time, please. More, please. Yes, please. We say inside Elegant Femme all the time, more, please. This first time idea is not really so strange as it may sound at first. Look at a cup, for example. Do you see a cup, or are you merely reviewing your past experiences of picking up a cup, being thirsty, drinking from a cup, feeling the rim of a cup against your lips, having breakfast, and so on? Are not your aesthetic reactions to the cup too based on past experiences? How else would you know whether or not this kind of cup will break if you drop it? What do you know about this cup except what you learned in the past? You would have no idea what a cup is except for your past learning. Do you then really see it? Before we move into the exercise, can you feel this? Is there a part inside that's like, huh, fascinating? I'm going to consider this, that I only see the past. Can you consider this, even just for a moment with me? Like, the Course is utilizing a cup, which is extraordinary. We're going to just, as we wrap here, which we're going to wrap in a minute, as the Course has said since the beginning, when you move through the exercises, don't omit anything from the exercises and don't specifically focus on just some things for the exercises. So I love the Course is bringing up the simplicity of a cup, a pen, and like, do I only see the past in this pen? Can you consider any relationship you've been in? And on that initial or perhaps long-term view, when you look at the relationship, a new relationship, right? Say a new relationship comes into your life and you recognize, wow, I am only seeing the past. What the Course is sharing, that based on our experiences, our judgments, our perceptions, what we've been told, how we've interacted with the thing up until this point, that's what we see. Yeah? Can you feel it a little bit? Like, okay, I'm gonna consider this. Yeah? Relief, miracles, yes, please. Okay, now the exercise for today. Look about you. This is equally true of whatever you look at. So again, the specificity of anything. The lamp, the this, the body, the this, the okay. Acknowledge this by applying the idea for today indiscriminately to whatever catches your eye. For example, I see only the past in this pencil. I see only the past in this shoe. I see only the past in this hand. I see only the past in that body. I see only the past in that face. Perhaps you look at a bill or your bank account or your finances. I see only the past in this bill. I see only the past in these finances. I see only the past in this face. Wow. Okay, feel it. Do not linger over any one thing in particular, but remember to not omit anything specifically. Glance briefly at each subject and then move on to the next. This is really beautiful. It's a brief glance. I only see the past in this pen. I only see the past in this hand. I only see the past in that lamp. I only see the past in that blanket, right? It's an easy, gentle glance. And we're not, the brain can be like, okay, now you got to move to your this or your that, or gosh, don't move to your wedding ring next. Don't control the exercise. Let it move through you. Okay? 3 or 4 practice periods, each to last a minute or so, will be enough. So again, we're talking about 3 or 4 minutes max for today. 1 to 2 easy bookends, and a couple of times throughout the day, very easily when you're on your walk. I only see the past in that tree. I only see the past in that bird. I only see the past in that rock. I only see the past in that flower. I only see the past in this shoe. Hey, simple. How are we? Yes? Are we a yes? Are we a wee? Are we ready to wrap? Day 7? So again, I move through the exercise, read the exercise to you, right? With some additional explanation. Now it's for you to actually move through the exercise. This is important. The place inside of our mind that's like, oh yeah, been there, done that, did lesson number 7, was on the live today, but not actually moving through the exercise, you're robbing yourself of this gift. Flat out. That's my feeling. Very strong feeling and sense, which is why you can completely come on the live, hear the exercise for today, and then stay on, honor whatever day you're on. Okay? Thank you all so much for being here with me today. I love, like I look forward to this every morning. And I also like the weekend was so beautiful. Thank you again, Dave Marino, for the suggestion of the integration. It was so perfect. Huge. That's why people which have known you in the past do not see who you are truly now. Come 100%. How many of you in high school got the comment in your yearbook, don't ever change? Were you like, I remember getting this comment and being like, I don't really know if I like this. I'm not so sure about this. No one wants to be stuck in the past. As much as our minds are like, I want to hold on to this particular part of the past, life begets life begets life. It's this natural truth. So we'll talk more about that because you all know once I get it, I could keep going. So I'm going to honor our time frame because we got all year plus together. I love you. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. And I will hop in the chat. I will be there again. If you are enjoying this, elegantly tap. I think that's where we are. Elegantly tap that like button. Like really, truly, let me know how this is serving you. Like the video, all the things. Notify if you want to be with us each day. There's a notification button where you can subscribe and notify, and you'll be alerted, and all those beautiful things. And I love your comments. They mean so much. They truly do. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. If you're here for the replay, #replay, and let me know how you're feeling. And we'll look up that surrender prayer. We'll let you know where it is. Okay? See you tomorrow. Au revoir. Ciao.